Welcome back to the Manor. Julian McBain here, and this is my 58th Saturday vlog. So, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the Manor. Please take a moment and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. That was interesting. That was a red color instead of blue. I wish I could get close enough to actually see it. Oh, there's the sun. No shit. Whoops. Okay, so what we are going to do tonight as I walk around Monria, I'm going to be hunting Shoggoth tonight using my Kinetic Attack Nanochip 2. Yeah, there it is. Is it a... It's an Equus. No wonder. Whoa, that was pretty... I'm jealous. Those suckers, these things have warp drive, and they are worth a lot of cash. It would be awesome to get my hot little hands on one, but the last time I saw one on the market, they were selling it for like $3 grand USD. Like, no legit $3,000 USD. It might have been more than that. I can't remember. I've only seen one on the market once. And believe me, I'm one of the people who would have snatched it up if I had had the money. Those things are legit. But anyway, so yesterday, well, first off, I'm recording this on Valentine's Day because my lady is at work. So no, I am not neglecting my duties as a significant other. She doesn't know it yet, but there will be flowers waiting for her when she gets home. But, so, normally I record this on Thursday, and I didn't do it this Thursday. I didn't do this yesterday because one of my fencing students also happens to be an experienced editor. Not a pro editor, but an experienced editor. And I wanted my book to go through one more good markup before I decided to, prepare to publish it. And so we spent 2 hours discussing places where things need to be adjusted, and the good and the bad and the ugly. And it had been a long time since someone had actually reviewed it so succinctly. So like we actually dug into it and found out where the good was and where the bad was, and it was really refreshing to be able to have that conversation. So of course I sent her the second one. Come to find out that particular file didn't open properly. I will be resolving that later today. But it was good because, like all books, I had some characters that were really well rounded, and I had other characters that were rather flat, and some of the characters that were rather flat needed to be better rounded. The way she put it is, would this person put pineapple on their pizza? Of course, my response to that was, pineapple on pizza is an abomination on humanity. But, and you are more than welcome to flame me in the comments for that one. You can all have that debate down below if you want. But all said in jest, of course, all in good fun. But it really struck me that, it's been so long. Like, the original manuscript was written in 2006. So that was 14 years ago. It was before my son was born. And so, and I haven't really touched it in at least 4 years, 3-4 years. So it's been a hot minute. And so it was really good to have someone look it over and say, you need to get back in touch with these characters. Reread the story, go back through. I mean, I've read it so many times because I wrote it, I've edited it a dozen times. But she's like, write a paragraph about each character. Their personality, what they like, their traits, what they do. And then get back in touch and then reread it again with a critical eye. And she's marked it all up, so I'm going to be going back and I'm going to be going through it line by line and figuring out how to readjust the parts that need readjustment. and then she's going through book 2, which I'm actually seriously contemplating combining the two, because book 1 has a lot of loose threads at the end, and that's kind of done deliberately, but book 2 wraps up most of those threads rather cleanly. And so I think what I'm going to do is, after she edits both pieces, I'm going to do the rewrite on 2, and I'm going to integrate the 2 books into a single succinct story, because technically that's what it is. It's one story split between 2 books. And each book is only about 70,000 words, so why not write one book that's 140,000 words rather than splitting it into 2 books? It would make much more sense the other way. Now, that may not be the best way to do it. We're going to discuss that after she reads the draft of the second book. Story-wise, I'm still very proud of the story. I'm still very proud of both stories. I know that there's work to be done, and they're not perfect. Nothing is. I'm not Timothy Zahn, but at the same time, I think there was a lot of good in there. And I know I'm the author, so I'm one of the authors, so I'm gonna think that. But it's easy for an author to not like their own work, and I actually enjoyed this work. And I've written plenty of stories I'm not a fan of. It's like, yeah, I wrote it, So I'm really hoping to really refine this down and eventually put it back on the market, having finally been really hammered down into something fine-tuned. So that was a lot of fun. It was, you know, having your work critiqued is, it was fun. I'm like, is fun the right word? But yeah, no, it was fun to be able to go through and really just break down the pieces of the story that, because I've read it so much, I have a mental image, right? And I just assume that everyone sees the same mental image, and that's not the case. Because of course I'm going to know more about my characters than readers are, because I'm the one who wrote the character. And a lot of the characters have undergone evolution as the edits have gone along, and I actually sent her a copy of the very first draft of this manuscript, and she was like, oh my god. I'm like, yeah, just in the first page you can see the difference. So yeah, I mean, that's where I am on that front. I'm finally getting my novels re-edited. One of the things, like, I've got a long weekend this weekend, so I'm planning on working on my ebook for my patrons, of which right now I have one, which I really want to throw out a thanks to Red Crypto Knight for being my one patron. Your support is appreciated greatly. And for anyone else who would be interested in possibly supporting my work, please consider going to patreon.com/JulianMcBain. You will get a copy of my ebook, The Modern Entropian, for download with your patronage. And of course, I am working on Personal Finance for Gamers, which I'm hoping to put out in April. Life has kind of taken kind of a screwy turn, so no later than June, but my goal is to have it out in April. Ugh. That was interesting. Oh, my electrokinesis is going up. That's good. Oh, that's right. Kinetic is, I think, does operate off electrokinesis. Oh, what else? Oh, one of the things that she also suggested, because one of the problems I've been having with writing lately is I don't write enough, and I don't think to write enough. And so she suggested that I do a writing exercise every night. It takes like 5 minutes, and you just write. It doesn't matter what it is. You don't have to go back and finish it the next day or anything like that. You just write. It can be anything. Just blather on paper, which is something I advocate for people to do. And it's like, damn it, Julian, take your own advice. And so I did that last night, and I actually started a Monria story, because on my site at McBainManor.com, I've got the the Cyrene stories on there in my Entropia Universe fiction section. And so I started a Monria story, and so that's what I'm going to work on. I think I'm going to do this 5-minute exercise. I'm going to try to work on the story. And it's going to be short. It's going to be, a couple pages probably, just a scene, nothing huge. But, I'm hoping some good will come of it. Speaking of Monria and my adventures here on Monria, oh, why the hell am I in armor? Taking unnecessary decay here. I'm an idiot. Let's get out of this armor. Okay, now that the moron has changed clothing and is no longer in armor and wasting ped. Oh my god. So, Adventures in Monria. One of the things I've been trying to do is to communicate a lot of the good stuff about Monria and all the things that are available here. Unfortunately, a lot of the information I'm conveying is based upon my experience and upon my perception of things, but it doesn't mean it's always 100% accurate. I want to throw a huge shout out to Darkmoon Enigma, who is the community manager for Monria. She works for the developers, of which I think she said there are 4. I'll have to double check that. In total, it might be 5. And I'm going to go through this more in depth in my actual Entropia Universe videos. I do this in Entropia Universe, but this is a vlog. The entire purpose of this particular segment is to just blather about whatever the fuck I want. But, like, in Sunday's video, I'm actually, she gave me a lot of info, she gave me a lot of links, so Sunday's video is all going to be about the Monrian Born program. As I'm doing it's going to be because I'm probably going to record that tomorrow, and they've got the Valentine's event going on. So while I'm doing the Valentine's event, I'm going to be talking about the Monrian Born program and all of the good stuff that goes with it. Because there's a lot of good stuff that goes with it, and I'm going to actually, be smart this time and have the forum post pulled up on my laptop sitting next to me so I can reference the damn thing. Because that's how smart people do things. And lately I have not been smart about how I handle my Monrian information. So, and I'll admit that, that we're all human, we make mistakes. When I was live the other night, I gave information, it wasn't 100% accurate. Part of the problem was that I didn't have the information, or I was working on the way I interpreted the information, which was not necessarily accurate. The other problem is I'd been drinking, which is a frequent feature of me on live stream. Not drunk, but I'll have like a glass of scotch while I'm drinking, and so that's just a thing that I do. And so that doesn't necessarily lend itself to having 100% accurate information, so I'm going to correct the record. And then in future videos, I've got just a wealth of information thanks to DME. She has really been helpful in pointing me in the right direction, and so I'm going to make sure that I look up this information, which will take me some time. First off, there is a wealth of information on the Monrian forums at monria.com/forums. Make sure you put the /forums in there. I think that's the link. If it'll be in tomorrow's video. I'm actually going to link directly to the Monrian Born program. But it's important to me to give good information about this planet to this community, because this is such an amazing place. And when I make a mistake, I'm glad that someone like DME is out there to say, hey, that this is incorrect, and to call me on it, because I don't want to be giving inaccurate information. And other players had called me on inaccurate information too, and unfortunately, oftentimes when I get comments, I'm not in a position to double check. And I need to learn to hold off on my responses until I can double check, so I can say, oh, you're right, here's the link, that's my bad, or no, this is where I found it. If you have more updated information, please let me know. And I'm not always good at that, and I recognize that. But I will be divulging a lot of the information that DME has linked me to, and I'll point you all in the right direction so that you can find it. That way, if I do screw up in a video, y'all can call me on my shit, as y'all should. Come on, there we go. So yeah, that's what the next few Monrian or EU videos are going to be on. I'm also going to continue with my personal finance for gamers segments. So my hope is I'll do like one segment that's Monria, one segment on personal finance until that runs its course, and then I'll just do Monrian until that runs its course. And then at that point, it'll probably be, who knows, I might be past St. Patrick's Day at that point. It'll be time for me to perhaps go visit Cyrene for a while. That being said, I really want the UL helmet and horns. And in fact, one of the UL helmets, the first drop for the UL Monrian armor, not the helmet, the armor, just popped up the other day. DME posted it on the Monrian Facebook pages. I believe there's a page and a group. And it's a pretty decent piece of equipment. It is a pretty decent piece of equipment. And so I'm hoping I can run across some of them. But they're super rare. And I know that the like the limited armor is less rare, but that doesn't necessarily make it common either. Come on. There we go. And so I'm looking forward to seeing, maybe I'll run across it. I could get lucky. I might not get lucky. That's kind of the name of the game. Either way, that's okay. Of all the armor, I would like to get one of the helmets so that when I do finally get the 4 chapters, I can get the horns attached to the helmet. And I know that one of the players that did get a helmet is hot on the trail of the horns to have the first combined horns and helmet. So I'm quite literally in a race. Like, I would love to be the first person to have that item. I don't know if that even has a possibility of happening, because of the amount of time I can put in is semi-limited, and all of the pieces are rare to extremely rare drops, as it should be, right? And I'm hoping to see more common items come up as they develop Monria. Like, I would love to see some unique weapons pop up, have some of them be common, have some be uncommon, have some be rare, or perhaps even a craftable series of Monrian weapons or craftable armors that we can pick up on. That would all be cool. I don't know what the Monrian group or team has in store for us. I do know that there's a lot. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do in the coming years. I think it's going to be good stuff. I do think it's going to be just amazing. And this moon is not finished. Not at all. So in the meantime, I'm going to do my best to become one of the first to gather the legendary pieces, which they're not quote-unquote legendary in like World of Warcraft sense, but considering how rare they are, they're fucking legendary. I want the helmet. I want the horns. I know that other people have the horns. Not many people do. The other thing is I found, she sent me the link to where you can do the yogs, and so there's going to be a video here pretty quick where I'm going to try out animal taming. I got to figure out how to do it. I think all you need to do is go after him with a whip. I hope that's all you need to do, because otherwise, I don't know if you need like special gear other than the whip, but I think that's what the whip does. We'll just see what happens. Because one of the things I have a hard time with, and I've gone through this half a dozen times, is, you know, in order to get the essence to upgrade your pets, you have to sacrifice pets to do so. Well, I'm not really keen on throwing, you know, panda bears and puppies and kittens into the wood chipper. The metaphorical wood chipper. Please don't report my channel. I really am not a supporter of violence against animals. On the other hand, I do understand the purpose of livestock, and, you know, I eat meat. I'm not ashamed to eat meat. I do think that because we eat the meat of the animal, that the leather should also be used constructively, because if we're not using as much of the animal as possible, we shouldn't be sacrificing it. Well, on that same vein, I would rather not sacrifice things I already see as pets, even if it's in a game. That's why I don't play Pokemon Go, because of all the Pokemon you have to throw at the professor, and it's like, what's he doing with them? Throwing them in a blender? But at the same time, demonic spiders, I'm a little less squeamish about using as livestock. You know what I'm saying? And so, I know that there's a location to get the Yogs. I think it's in the cave. I know that there's a, if you look at the map of Monria on the Monrian forums, there's a cave in here. There's a not secret entrance. It's hard to find, but it's not secret. It's somewhere in this particular chamber here. And I believe that's where she said that the tameable Yogs all hang out. So, first I want one for me, and then I need Yogs to raise the skills of my pets. Because I've got my level 10 Rover. I've got the kitty that still needs to be brought up. I've got my Mei Hua. I've got my Lara, and of course I've got my Leprechaun. All of which I'm hoping to bring to level 10 at the very minimum, but it requires essence in order to unlock their abilities. The other thing is I need to figure something out to do with these two pets. I think I'm going to end up selling them. You know, I mean, they go for half a ped pretty easy. Maybe I'll do a giveaway or something. Come on. I don't know that I'm going to be able to finish this all in one video, which is fine, because there is a good chance I'll be live streaming later tonight. I'm actually enjoying the live streaming thing. Like, I did Fortnite for a while because I got invited to grind for some teams, and technically I'm still on the grind for some of these teams. But now I've been like, you know what, guys? I can do Fortnite once in a while, and it's cool and all, but I can't be doing it. It's just not me, right? I have the content that I'm good at making, that I enjoy making. I mean, yeah, if I were to do Fortnite, I'd probably get a lot of subs and all that other stuff, but it's not my forte, you know? If I'm going to play that kind of a game, I'd rather play Borderlands or BioShock, something that's a little more me. And so, but they're cool with it, and they're like, you know, no, this is what you do what you do best. And so that's what I'm doing, and we'll see if that pans out. It might not. No, that's what we call life. I don't need to be on a team to get somewhere. It's beneficial, and there's a definite sense of community on a team, but it's not a strict requirement. Come on. Oh, for Christ's sake. There we go. I got hung up on something. I might have to finish this later. Ah, we'll kill one more. Speaking of which, where are my So I've got 2.97 ped left on this one. I've got 420 left on this one. I've got 319. All of my chips are dying. Shit. Might be time to start selling some stuff off and investing in some replacement Mind Force chips, because I'm really enjoying working on the Mind Force. I really am. It's good to be actually grinding some, you know, like, I'm a level 42 swordsman. If I'm going to go after shubs, I'm going to put on armor, I'm going to take the sword in hand, I'm going to go slice and dice. But facing the low level stuff, like, my rifle skills are up there too. I think I'm level 30? 29. Excuse me, I'm level 29 laser sniper hit, 28 laser sniper damage. Right? That's pretty well up there. However, my Mind Force is not. Cryogenic 7. I could work on plasma too, but good luck finding one. So I'm qualified there. That's good to know. Cryogenic hit. Oh, here it is. Electrokinetic. Where's my pyrokinetic? It should be... Is it level 10? Yeah, I made level 10. Oh, that's right. I did make level 10 pyrokinetic. Oh, and it looks like this one's almost ready to pop to level 8. So, I love how my decoy dispenser is level 13. I've never deployed a decoy in my life. I've never used a whip. I'm level 14. That's something I'm actually going to have to rectify so I can try going after those yogs, which I might do tonight. Go back and watch the replay if I actually manage to live stream. Sorry, that background sound drives me nuts after a while. I don't live in a damn wind tunnel. Oh, I never actually switched around which, let's see, is this it? Yep, Shoggoth. I'm getting there. Yogs, and then we've got the Creative Cthulhu. That's all the cultists. I need to hunt them all. I really need to make sure I'm actually doing what needs to be done to get these dailies done. And I am going to have to go back to Calypso and finish up at least some of these iron challenges. Like the Iron Argonaut. Oh! Oh, yeah, right here. Like the perception and the combat reflexes would both be awesome. Iron Aatrox. Dodge would be awesome. And I'm not too far away, so I need to make sure I get back to Calypso before the year runs out. Combibo. Okay, that's not a whole lot of anything, but, you know, I can always get a tiny little bit of free dex. I'm not going to turn that down. Got the Cornucunda. Again. Not a huge amount of anything I desperately need, but another one? Drones. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, because you can't use the ones in Orthos to count for that one. This one doesn't even show... Huh. No reward. Feefoid. So, yeah, I've got Fee Fox, which I don't even think I can take. Long Tooth, which unfortunately, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to get that one. But I had actually aimed to finish the one before it. And I did. So. Okay. We're back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers. One subscription at a time. So make sure you subscribe. As always, everyone, thank you so much for your support. You all have a wonderful day.